Ram and Ramesh appeared in an interview for 2 vacancies in the same department. The probability of Ram selection is 1 by 6 and that of Ramesh is 1 by 8. But what is the probability that only one of them will be selected? धर्म संकट आने की probability क्या है? वैसे तो राम और रमेश वो कहते हैं ना कि चड्डी बड्डी लंगोटिया यार है, बट अब आ गई है धर्म संकट. ओनली वन ऑफ देम विल बी सिलेक्टेड. सो टेल मी द प्रोबेबिलिटी. ऑप्शन ए, बी, सी और डी. ओनली वन ऑफ देम विल बी सिलेक्टेड means what? Means when Ram is selected, Ramesh is not. Or maybe when Ramesh is selected, then Ram is not selected. Only 2 scenarios. Okay. देखो देखो देखो, दक्ष और स्विन सभी कह रहे हैं अब आंसर. Yes, the answer is Bombay. Please make a note of it. What you are telling is when only one of them is selected, if that is the scenario, then you have to say probability that A is selected, B is not, or else A is not selected and B is selected. So I can say it as probability of A selection into probability of B not selected, or means positive probability of A not selected into probability of B selected. Sir, that is given in the question. Probability of A's selection, let me say Ram as A and Ramesh as B. Okay, so probability of A's selection is 1 by 6 and probability of B's selection is 1 by 8. So B not selected would be 1 minus 1 by 8. Okay, plus probability of A's not selection 1 minus 1 by 6. Probability of B's selection is 1 by 8. Simplify, get the answer. 1 by 6 into 7 by 8 plus 5 by 6 into 1 by 8, and finally you will get 1 by 4 as the answer. Easy. So गोस्वामी जी, स्वेन, दक्ष सभी ने बिल्कुल ठीक कहा है. So now try the next question. This is one of the simplest question and I will just give you 30 seconds. Believe me, rapid fire it is. Only 30 seconds. 2015 mechanical set 3. The question is P of X, P of Y, P of X intersection Y. Everything is given. But can you find probability of Y over X? Tell me guys. A, B, C or D? तुमको तो देख करके 10 सेकेंड में करना था आंसर. P of Y intersection X upon P of X. Sir, P of Y intersection X, P of X intersection Y, one and the same. So 1 by 12 divided by P of X is 1 by 4. So finally I have to say 1 by 3 is the answer, which is कलकत्ता. चलिए आगे लेकर चलता हूँ. आगे लेकर देखो, है ना, ऐसा ही होता है कि कठिन कठिन सवालों में आसान आसान सवाल बीच में आ जाते हैं. Try this more easy question. 2015 mechanical set 2. Try it out. The chance of a student passing an exam is 20%. The chance of a student passing the exam and getting above 90% marks in it is 5%. Given that a student passes the examination, so now tell me the probability that the student gets above 90% marks is what? Sir, it's like given that this thing has happened, then this will happen. So it's kind of a condition. It's kind of a condition. So conditional probability. Yes, yes, yes. Tell me guys, what is the answer? Teja is saying Bombay. 1 minute is enough for this question. Yes, Teja, you are absolutely correct. But ये Teja ने सुलझाया कैसे? Sir, Teja was pretty smart. Teja was like, the chance is probability. So the probability of a student passing an exam, let us say event A, the probability is 20%. 20 by 100 can be said as 0.2. Further, they are saying the chance of a student passing an exam, so A event, and means intersection getting above 90% marks. Above 90% marks is event B. So it is 5%, which is 5 by 100, 0.05. So sir, let me write the given data. P of A passing the exam, it is 0.2. P of A intersection B passing an exam and getting above 90%, it is 0.05. Now they are saying that can you find probability given that student passes the examination, which means event A has occurred, but then probability that the event B will occur. Oh, if even A has occurred, then B will occur. What is the probability of that? Arey sir, this is conditional probability. P of A intersection B divided by P of A. Sir, P of A intersection B is 0.05. P of A is 0.2. Just do the division. 0.05 divided by 0.2 is 1 by 4, which is option Bombay. Can I move forward for the next question? These questions are pretty easy. We need some tough questions. Try it out. This is moderate, not that tough, but not that easy also. The probability of obtaining at least 6 in throwing a fair dice 4 times is what? Tell me guys, what is the answer? 2015 mechanical set 1, A, B, C और D. हम आपकी धीमी गति को नहीं सह पाएंगे, ठीक है? So now you have to be ultra fast in your calculation. First point, sir, we have understood this is binomial distribution. So now we have to find n. N is 4 times. X is what? X is at least 2 6s. At least 2, which is greater than equal to 2. 2 बार या 2 से ज़्यादा. But outcome क्या चाहिए? 6 as outcome. I was like, okay. Now P is probability of getting 6 for one trial. When a die is rolled, what is the probability of getting 6? Sir, it is 1 by 6. And Q is 1 minus P, 1 minus 1 by 6, 5 by 6. Everything you have. But the problem is, sir, P of X is greater than equal to 2. X is 2 or 3 or 4, but not more than 4. But sir, why? Because the die is rolled maximum 4 times. So maximum 4 times you will get 6 as the outcome. You won't get 5 times 6 as the outcome. Yes or no? So X is 2 or 3 or 4. But sir, we have to find 3 probability then. And I was like, okay, change it. 1 minus P of X is less than 2. And now you will say that X is less than 2 means X is 0 or X is 1. But X is less than 2 doesn't mean that X is equal to 2. Arey ha ki na? So now only 2 probability you have to find. So let us move forward. Therefore, my answer is equal to 1 minus P of X is equal to 0. So NCX 4C0 P to the power X and then Q, which is 5 by 6 the whole power n minus x, 4 minus 0, plus we have x is 1, I hope you remember. So 4C1, 1 by 6 the whole power 1, 5 by 6 the whole power 4 minus 1. So finally if you simplify you will get the answer 19 by 144. बे ऑफ बंगाल जो कह रहे हैं बॉम्बे, बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे हैं तेजा साहब. बॉम्बे इज़ द राइट आंसर. दक्ष, बॉम्बे इज़ द राइट आंसर. अंडरस्टूड हाउ टू सॉल्व फास्ट और यू हैव एनी डाउट्स? टेल मी गाइज. Understood? Can I move forward for the next question? Do you need some simple question so that you can solve them on time? Try it out. 2015 Civil Engineering Set 2. Your time starts now. The probability density function of a random variable where x is, obviously you can see that x is going from 0 to 2. It's a continuous random variable. F of x, the PDF is given like this. But now they are asking, can you find the mean of the random variable? Daksh is saying 1.067 and some students will not get that. You know why? Because they are saying that, sir ji, E of x, sir, E of x is equal to integral x into this thing. So, sir, see x by 4 and then 4 minus x square dx, sir, see x into this thing. No, this is not your E of x. Oh, ho, ho. This is your, this part is just your f of x. One x is missing. E of x is x into f of x. But psychology is saying, see, x into a function. Psychology is giving you the problem. Okay, so you have to be very, very cautious while dealing with the function. E of x is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x f of x dx, and further you have to say when my x is from 0 to 2, in that case only my function behaves like this, which is x by 4 into 4 minus x square dx. Correct? So now if you simplify this you will get the answer. तो जो 1.067 कह रहे हैं वो बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे हैं. So yes, here Teja we have to say that 1 by 4 is a constant outside. Integral 0 to 2 4x square minus x cube dx. So simplify and get the answer. 1 by 4 and 4x cube by 3 minus x to the power 4 by 4. Upper limit 2, lower limit 0. So upper limit minus lower limit, you will get the answer. Yes or no? Guys, tell me in the comment section. Yes or no? हम इंतज़ार कर रहे हैं आपके हाँ या ना का, ताकि हम आगे बढ़ सके. बट जिस निगाहों से तुम रुके हो हाँ, गोस्वामी जी, दैट इज द रॉन्ग आंसर. थैंक यू फॉर फिलिंग इन माई ट्रैप. हम कब से वेट कर रहे थे कि आप उत्तर. दक्ष भी क्या हाँ क्या कह रहे हो, क्या हाँ क्या कह रहे हो. When x square is multiplied to this stuff, understood 4x square. But when x square is multiplied to this stuff, then x to the power 4. Not x to the power 3. X to the power 4. So this would be x to the power 5 by 5. Understood now? तुम हो के हाँ हाँ कर रहे हो, हम कह रहे हैं ना, बट तुम कह रहे हो हाँ. अरे ये क्या चल रहा है. सो नाउ अपर लिमिट माइनस लोअर लिमिट 16 by 15 you will get, which is 1.067. Try this easy question. 2015 civil engineering set 1. Consider the following PMF, probability mass function, of a random variable x. Further they are saying this PMF looks like this. If x is 0, function is q. X is 1, function is 1 minus q. Otherwise, the function is not working. So if q is 0.4, can you find the variance of x? Variance 0.24. Yes, Goswami ji, that is absolutely correct. And I know that you are taking time because you haven't watched my previous class where I was telling you that don't go for the method 1, that x is a discrete random variable. So variance of x is equal to e of x square minus e of x the whole square. Finding this thing, substituting, getting the answer. And no, please do not go. Why, Sarji? Why? Because x is 0. Function is like this. X is 1, function is like this. X is 0, 1. Only 2. Arey sir, this is the case of Bernoulli distribution. Yes, this is the case of Bernoulli distribution. So be smart and use the method 2. Use the Bernoulli distribution concept. In the Bernoulli distribution, there is a trick. From binomial special case comes the Bernoulli. So in binomial, V is equal to N into P into Q. Correct? But in Bernoulli, number of trial is 1. So variance is just P into Q. Whatever probabilities you see, just multiply them. Sir, our table was when x is 0. Check it out. The PMF, the P of x was Q. But when x is 1, the P of x was 1 minus Q. Yes or no? Check it out. Yes, sir ji. So now, if somebody asks you about the variance of x as per the Bernoulli distribution, it is just P into, oh, I should not write P into Q, otherwise you will get some confusion. I will just say that it is success into failure. Okay, so success into failure, multiply both the probabilities. So 1 minus q into q, sir, it is 1 minus q. Sir, q was, they are giving in the question that q is 0.4. I was like, yes. See, q is 0.4. If you substitute, you will get the answer now. 1 minus 0.4 into 0.4. So finally, the answer is 0.6 into 0.4, 0.24. Done. Try the next question. 2015 instrumentation. The question is, the probability density function of a random variable x is given as, this is the PDF, when x is greater than or equal to 0 and 0 otherwise. Expected value of the function g of x, which is like this, is what? They don't need the expectation of random variable x. They need the expectation of a function, which is in terms of x. Oh, so expectation of function of random variable x. Sir, this kind of concept I have studied from you in the previous classes, so I remember. Come on, if you remember, this can be solved in 1 minute 30 seconds. Maybe earlier also. Comment करके बताना क्या है उत्तर. Tell me guys, what is the answer? Teja is saying 4. Very good, Teja. 4 is the right answer. तेजा एकदम से डर जाते सर. वेरी गुड. सूली पे लटका दो हमें. नहीं, तुमको बार बार जी जज बनने की ज़रूरत नहीं है तेजा. Okay, sometimes you are also correct. Sir, sometimes, I mean, sometimes you are wrong, many times you are correct. So e of x, you know that it is integral x f of x dx when you are dealing with continuous random variable. Sir, how do you know that it was a continuous random variable? Because x is greater than or equal to 0. X is in range. This represents the continuous random variable. So therefore integration. But they needed e of g of x. E of g of x is integral. X would be changed. See, this and this are interlinked. If instead of x we have x to the power n, then this is x to the power n. If instead of x we have g of x, then here it would be g of x. And other things are in terms of x. X is going from minus infinity to infinity, density function of x, integral with respect to dx. That is how the things are working. And now guys, please check it out. As per the question, when x is greater than equal to 0, then our PDF works like this, and our g of x is this. So make a note, my integral is x is going from 0 to infinity. In that case, my f of x is e to the power minus x, and my g of x in the question it was given e to the power 3x by 4, correct, and dx. So finally I will say integral e to the power 3x by 4 minus x. Tell me guys, 3x by 4 minus 1, x is common, taken outside. Sir, it is e to the power minus x by 4 now. Okay, so integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus x by 4 dx. So this is equal to e to the power minus x by 4 divided by minus 1 by 4, upper limit infinity, lower limit 0. Minus 4 can be taken outside. E to the power minus infinity minus e to the power 0. Sir जी, minus 4 into 0 minus 1. Yes, the answer is 4. Yes, गोस्वामी जी, दक्ष, अगर आप सभी कह रहे हो 4, हम आपके साथ सहमत है. ठीक है, जनता आपके साथ सहमत है. So now try the next question. Next question in front of your screen. Try it out. Your time starts now. This is also one of the good question because a lot of students make mistake in this question. Let me see whether you will make mistake or you won't make any mistake. The probability that a thermistor randomly picked from a production unit is defective is 0.1. The probability that out of 10 thermistors randomly picked up, 3 are defective is what? Okay, Daksh, Bombay. Can I say Bombay is the right answer? See, how do I know that this question is not based on that picking up question के बक्से में से बॉल निकालो, बक्से में से निकालो, है ना? तो sir, it's not based on picking up. So how do I understand? By looking at the situation. They are not saying that in a box we have 10 thermistors where 3 thermistors are defective and 7 thermistors are not defective and you are picking one by one. This is not that scenario. This is the scenario where they are saying that every thermistor randomly picked up from the production unit, for every thermistor there is equal chance of being defective and that chance is 0.1 for every thermistor, and for every thermistor there is equal chance of becoming not defective, that is 1 minus 0.1. Understanding? These events are independent. Every thermistor is independent. If every thermistor is independent, thermistors are countable. They are independent. 2 probability, defective, not defective. Yes, this is binomial distribution scenario. Understood? So it's very necessary that you understand how the things are independent. Sir, when dependency comes, suppose in a box I have 5 not defective and 5 defective thermistors. Okay, now I am telling you pick up 3 thermistors such that every thermistor is a defective. So for first attempt I am trying, sir, defective 10 in the box, 5 are the cases of the defective, so 5 by 10 is the probability of defective. Now whatever I am picking, I will keep it with myself. So now the count has changed and the count has changed, so for the next attempt the scenario is different. Now in the box there are only 9 thermistors, among that only 4 defective. Can you see? For second event the scenario changed because of the first event, so these events are dependent events. Understood the difference between this question and this question? It's very important you understand the basic fundamental concepts, क्योंकि मेरा काम सिर्फ solution देना नहीं है, आपको गड़बड़ वाले solutions भी बताना है, आपको mistakes कहाँ पर होती है वो चीज़ें भी बतानी है. Nevertheless, as you can see here, the number of trials we are picking up 10 thermistors. Among that, our requirement is 3 defective is what I needed, and then the probability of defective for 1 trial for 1 thermistor, it is 0.1. So Q would be 1 minus P, which is 1 minus 0.1, that is 0.9. Okay, so as per the binomial distribution, now you can proceed as per the BD. बीड़ी जले वाला नहीं है ये बाइनोमियल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है, ठीक है. सो मेरे शॉर्ट फॉर्म्स को अलग अल्फाजों में मत ले लेना. सो पी ऑफ एक्स इज हाउ मच, एक्स इज 3, राइट, एन इज 10. सो 10C3, our P, probability of defective for one thermistor is 0.1, the whole power x, and Q, the whole power n minus x. So 10C3 is 10 into 9 into 8 divided by 3 into 2 into 1, and then sir g 0.1 the whole cube, 0.9 the whole power 7. Put that into the calculator, 0.057 is what you will get the answer. ठीक है, क्या आगे बढ़ सकते हैं to the next question, because those students who were saying Bombay is absolutely correct. चलिए, अगला सवाल आपके स्क्रीन के सामने ये रहा. Try this question, guys. This is one of the good question. 2015 electrical set 1. So the question is, a random variable x has a PDF f of x. Okay, it works when 0 to 1 is the x range, otherwise the function is 0. If expectation of x is 2 by 3, so can you tell me the probability of x less than 0.5? Guys, tell me the answer. It's NAT 2 marker without negative marking. So always remember that NAT and MSQ are without negative marking. Only MCQs are of negative marking. So तुक्के उक्के मत मारना MCQ में, but तुक्के जरूर मारना इन NAT में. छोड़ के मत आना, MSQ को भी छोड़ के मत आना. Okay guys, you have more 1 minute 20 seconds. I should not give you 2 minutes. I should give you 1 minute 30 seconds only, because I want you guys to speed up now. So I will give you 40 seconds. Okay. Goswami ji is saying 0.25. Very good, Goswami ji. Other students, what do you want to say? Goswami ji, any hint? Because from E of x I am generating only one equation, but I can see two unknowns. Then how will I find the probability, because I have two unknowns? Sir, if two unknowns are there, obviously two equations should be there. Then only simultaneously solving and getting the unknowns. And I was like, yes. One equation from here, other equation. Sir, property of PDF. Yes. Okay. So now finally I will move forward by saying my first task is to get the values of A and B, so that further I will get the probability, area under the curve. Correct. So how to get A and B? As per the question, E of x, that is equal to 2 by 3. E of x, since it's a continuous random variable, as you can see here, continuous random variable, integral 0 to 1 x into f of x. Function is behaving a plus bx when my x is in this range 0 to 1. Correct? So that is equal to 2 by 3. And further I can move forward. Guys, please check it out. Further I can move forward by saying that integral a into x plus b into x square dx, x is going from 0 to 1, that is equal to 2 by 3. Sir, integration a into x square by 2 plus b into x cube by 3, upper limit 1, lower limit 0, that is equal to 2 by 3. So upper limit minus lower limit, if I do, then a by 2 plus b by 3, that is equal to 2 by 3. Are ha ki na? Ha. So now this is the where you got the first equation. So this my first equation I am putting in the dabba, है ना, बचपन में कहा जाता है डब्बे में डालो. चलो. So now next, sir, as per the property of PDF, we also knew that integral minus infinity to infinity f of x dx, that is equal to 1. But my function works in 0 to 1 and my function is a plus bx. So if I talk about the equation, this is how the equation would look like. Guys, please check it out. Yes. Can I move forward now? Can I move forward upper limit minus lower limit? Can I say a plus b by 2, that is equal to 1? This is my second equation. So now simultaneously solving both the equation to get the answer, whichever way you want. If you want to multiply by 6, and then you have to think of how I will manipulate this such that a and b can be found. That's as per to you guys. मैं तो सीधा कहूँगा that by solving simultaneous equations, I am getting a is equal to 0, b is equal to 2. So further I can say They wanted me to get the probability of this stuff. They don't want A and B. They need the probability. If they need the probability that x is less than 0.5, then I have to say that this is equal to integral minus infinity to 0.5 f of x dx. But sir, our function works when x is minimum 0, and our function is a plus bx. A is 0 and b is how much? B is 2. So if you solve it carefully, 2x square by 2, upper limit 0.5, lower limit 0, 0, 0, 2 to cancel, upper limit minus lower limit is 0.5 the whole square, which is half square, which is 1 by 4 minus 0 square. Sir, the answer is 1 by 4, which is 0.25. बात सबको समझ में आ गई? क्या आगे बढ़ सकते हैं? Try the next question. 2015 telecommunication set 3, one of the good question. Not that easy. Telecommunication question you know very well, guys. Variance of random variable x with PDF is like this. But sir, x range is not given. If x range is not given, by default minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, सारा hint मैंने आपको दे दिया है. Now tell me what is the answer. So time is up. No one is able to solve this question, and that's the beauty of telecommunication. Check it out. They are asking me what is the variance of x, and that is equal to e of x square minus e of x the whole square. Both the terms I need now. Sir, how you will get e of x and e of x square? And I was like, easier term is e of x. E of x is integral minus infinity to plus infinity x into f of x, which is this. So half mod x e to the power minus mod x and dx. Guys, tell me, don't you feel that integral minus infinity to plus infinity, we have a function? Then we should check a function, because this is integral minus a to a function. If function is even, then we have to solve the integration. But if function is odd, there is no need to solve the integration, because integration would be 0. Okay, so now split nahi karna tha, Daksh. That is your whole problem. Because if you split, you will spend a lot of time. But if you use some property of integration, then you will save your time. And that's the smartness which you have to follow. चेक करो. अब अगर मैं ये कहूँ g of x is equal to this thing, then what is g of minus x? Sir, if g of x is your x by 2 mod x into e to the power minus mod x, then if I replace x with minus x, then minus x by 2 mod minus x e to the power minus mod minus x. So minus x by 2 mod minus x is mod x only, and e to the power minus mod minus x is mod x only. Sir, this is minus g of x, and if g of minus x is equal to minus g of x, this means the function is odd, and if function is odd, then integration is 0, and if integration is 0, therefore e of x is 0. Understood? This is the odd function. For odd function the integration is 0. हाँ गोस्वामी जी, तब तो 0 है, मैं वही तो कह रहा हूँ. But e of x is 0. E of x square I do not know. I was like, wait a second, e of x square. Sir, e of x square would be integral minus infinity to infinity x square into f of x. Now please tell me, guys, is it even or odd? Sir ji, mod x is even, x square is even, mod x, sir, everything is even. Yes, that's what I was telling you. Everything is even. If everything is even, we have to solve them. Yes or no? Tell me, guys. Tell me. X square even, this even, this even. If everything even, integration is not 0. So now this is 2 times integral 0 to infinity x square by 2, but mod x, sir, mod x, when x is greater than 0, mod x is positive x. When x is greater than 0, mod x is positive x. And I was like, wait a second now, this 2 and 2 is getting cancelled, and integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus x into x square into x, which is x cube dx. Sir, do you remember? I was like, yes, yes. What you are thinking of? Sir, Hindu's rule. I was like, no. Sir, integral uv rule. I was like, no. Sir, what do you want to do? I was like, gamma function. Do you remember the gamma function, guys? As per the gamma function, we have to compare this with n minus 1. So n minus 1, that is equal to 3. So n is equal to 4. Therefore, as per the gamma function, this is gamma 4, which is 4 minus 1 factorial, 3 factorial, which is 6. So finally, what I needed was I needed variance of x. And if you need variance of x, guys, tell me what is variance of x. Sir, variance of x is e of x square minus e of x the whole square. So this is 6, but e of x square was 0 square. So finally the answer is 6. समझ में आया अब क्यों आंसर 6 है? So what is happening in this scenario? A fair die with faces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Obviously a fair die has this faces only. So it's thrown repeatedly till 3 is observed for the first time. Let x denotes the number of times the die is thrown. The expected value of x is... So now instead of this person, let us assume Goswami ji. So Goswami ji, तुम हो कि जब तक तोड़ेंगे नहीं छोड़ेंगे नहीं. So now you do the first attempt. In the first attempt, if you get 3, you are satisfied. But if you do not get the 3, you do the second attempt. In second attempt, you get 3, you satisfied. Not getting 3, you do the third attempt, and so on and so forth. So now tell me how many number of attempts I expect from you. Tell me. Sir, this number of times is countable. Getting 3, not getting 3 is kind of 2 probability. Every die is independent among themselves. Sir, kind of binomial distribution? No, not a binomial distribution. Sir, why so not a binomial distribution? Because you don't need your success failure combination. There is no need for combination. This is position fix. Position fix, that at the end success, before that failure. Okay, only one time success, that too position specific. So yes, it's a geometric distribution. Very good Daksh. अब आप सभी सही कह रहे हो. तेजा ने फिर गलत कह दिया. It's a geometric distribution. तेजा, what you are doing? It is a geometric distribution. In geometric distribution, it behaves as the binomial distribution criteria, but there is a very thin line between binomial and geometry. In binomial, success and failure combination I need. Therefore, NCX p to the power x, q to the power n minus x. Because p I need x times and q I need n minus x times. So therefore, there is a combination that can occur in a very different scenarios, different places, right? But in geometry, they are saying that either I get success for the first time, or I get failure then success, or failure, failure, success, or failure, 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 success. But this is position fix. So as you can see, here combinations, here no combination, position fix. Therefore, this kind of scenario is geometry and this is binomial. ठीक है? चलो. So the right answer is of Daksh, which was 6, but Teja, you are wrong. So as per the geometric distribution, we have to say that E of x is equal to just 1 by p. 1 by p is nothing but probability of getting 3 for the for one trial. If I throw a die, what is the probability that I will get 3? Sir, it is 1 by 6. So 1 by 6 is 6, and we are done and dusted. As simple as that. If you know the concepts, it's easy. If you do not know the concept, तो फिर सोच लेना कि कितना लेंदी होगा आपके लिए. Try the next question. Tell me guys, what is the answer? X can take two values 0, 1. Y can take two values 0, 1. Be two independent binary random variable. Binary means only 2. Bi is nothing but 2. Tri means 3. Mono uni means 1. Okay, so if p of x is 0 is p and p of y is 0 is q, then can you find a p of x plus y greater than equal to 1 is what? तेजा कह रहे हैं गॉट इट सर, आई एम रॉन्ग अगेन. हाँ तेजा, इतने अच्छे से हमने कंसेप्ट सिखाया था. ज्योमेट्री तो कितने बार अभी हुआ है प्रीवियस क्लासेस में, ठीक है, फिर भी तुम गलत कर रहे हो. बड़ा दुख हुआ ये जान करके. दक्ष हमेशा ज्योमेट्री को पहचान लेता है. व्हेन टू यूज ज्योमेट्री, व्हेन टू यूज हाइपर ज्योमेट्री, व्हेन टू यूज बाइनोमियल, व्हेन टू यूज पॉइजन, व्हेन टू यूज यूनिफॉर्म, है ना. ये पहचानना काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है. And I give you always the traits. Hypergeometry talks about without replacement, correct? And binomial talks about independent events and combinations. Geometry talks about position fix. Poisson talks about n is very large, p is very small. Uniform talks about working in a range. So Goswami ji is saying C. Very good, Goswami ji. C is the wrong answer. Why? Why C is the wrong answer? Because this is a discrete random variable. Yes. Sir, how do you know discrete? Because binary random variable, it's a countable. X is 0, 1, Y is 0, 1. It's fixed. X is not taking any other value. It's a countable. Fixed values. Oh, so it's a discrete random variable. That is the first point. Now the next point is, sir, what I need is probability of x plus y is greater than equal to 1. A भी गलत है दक्ष, C भी गलत है. Right answer is Delhi. Sir, why Delhi is the right answer? I will tell you, just focus here. Now one way is you make all the combination. What are the combinations, sir ji? X is 0, y is 1, y is 0, x is 1, x is 1, y is 1. You make such combinations. Or better, you use a smart approach that x plus y is greater than equal to 1 can be said as 1 minus probability of x plus y is less than 1. And then we have only one scenario, x plus y less than 1. Sir, x is 0, y is 0. I was like, yes, yes, yes. X is 0, y is 0. Then only x plus y is less than 1. Then finally I can say that since they are independent, so this intersection is converted into multiplication, that x is 0 and y is 0, that and can be splitted as the multiplication. So p of x is 0 into p of y is 0. So p of x is 0 is p of y is 0 is q. So I hope everyone understood why the answer is. Just substitute here p and here q and you will get 1 minus pq. Okay, Pikachu, समझ में आया why 1 minus pq? चलो, isn't it easy? Now to the next question. Next question in front of your screen is, now this is somewhat like weird question, but this is very interesting. Check it out. The input x to the BSC, Bombay Stock Exchange नहीं है, ठीक है? This is a binary symmetric channel shown in the figure is 1 with probability 0.8. The crossover probability is 1 over 7. If received bit y equal to 0, okay, the conditional probability that 1 was transmitted is what? Guys, I will help you in this scenario. Do not worry. What they are saying is, basically check it out. If you are having difficulty in understanding, check it out. They are saying that x can be, when you transmit, okay, so this is a BSC system, okay, so when you transmit x is 0, the probability is 0.2, transmit x is 1, the probability is 0.8. This is what they are saying. Probability of x is 0, probability of x is 1. Further, you transmitted 0, okay, you transmitted 0, but now receiver can receive anything because this is a real life scenario. You transmitted 0 but receiver received 1. Then, but sir, what about the probability? You transmitted 0, receiver received 1, that is 1 over 7. You transmitted 0, receiver also received 0, that probability is 6 by 7. So now substitute. Sir, ये वाला हमारा था 1 over 7. I transmitted 0, receiver received 0. This is 6 by 7 because that is very obvious, right? That it's the high probability. Chalo. Now next we have is I have transmitted 1, receiver received 1. I have transmitted 1 but receiver received 0. So what is the answer? Sir, this is 6 by 7 and x is 1, y 0. This probability is 1 by 7. Yes, a lot of students are now giving the answer. Goswami ji is saying 0.4. That is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Sir, how 0.4? Other students, check it out. They are asking you if, this word is very important, if receiver has received y0, the conditional probability that 1 was transmitted is what? They are saying that y is 0, receiver has received this thing, but this is happened when x is 1, transmission was 1. What is the probability of that? Sir, exactly opposite. I have written in my tree diagram where x is 1, y 0. Sir, see, this is the data I know, and this reverse thing they are asking, and this is known as the inverse theorem, Bayes theorem. So as per the Bayes theorem, guys, I hope you remember the Bayes theorem. The Bayes theorem says if y is 0, x is 1 is in numerator. This is numerator by denominator, interchange, reciprocal. Okay, I will say interchange and write the event that y is 0 in numerator, x is 1 in denominator. This denominator event probability further divided by summation of total probability. When two brackets are multiplied, x is 1 gone and y0 is left. So what are the total ways where receiver receives 0? Sir, numerator part is simple. I transmitted 1. Receiver received 0. I was like, yes. Denominator part, one way I transmitted 1 and receiver received 0. But sir, there can be one more way, that I transmitted 0 and receiver also received 0. I was like, yes. If you want to go by the tree diagram, you can say the total ways that the receiver can receive 0 is you transmitted 0 and receiver received 0. You transmitted 1 and receiver received 0. So these are the total ways, graphically speaking. So now substitute and get the answer. So sir, if I substitute x is 1, the probability is 0.8. Okay. This thing probability, x is 1 but y 0, sir, it was 1 over 7. So this is also 1 over 7 and this would be 0.2 and this would be how much? Sir, this would be 6 by 7. Okay, so if you now calculate, you will get the final answer as 0.4. Okay, तो मैं यहाँ पर ही लिख देता हूँ. Therefore, the answer is 0.4. Understood everyone how to solve this kind of questions? It's not tough, Daksh. You have to just decode by the tree diagram. Then you have to understand what is being asked. Then think whether it is total probability or the Bayes theorem. If it is the Bayes theorem, then you know the technique. And then further you can proceed. Okay. तो चलिए आगे लेकर चलता हूँ to the next question. The next question in front of your screen is this. One of the easiest question can be solved in just 45 seconds. So your time starts now. 2015 telecommunication set 1. Try it out. Suppose A and B are two independent events with probability P of A not equal to 0, P of B not equal to 0. Let A bar and B bar be their complements. So which of the following statement is false? गलत. कौन सा statement है? A, B, C or D? Tell me guys. Since A and B are independent, option A makes sense. Intersection is changed to multiplication. But then Sarji, option Bombay, Kolkata, Delhi. Daksh is saying Kolkata. My slide is loading, so bear with me. Bombay was P of A over B, that is equal to P of A. Teja is saying Delhi. Okay, Kolkata है या दिल्ली है. सागर इज सेइंग बॉम्बे. सारा कह दो, अब ए भी बचा है, बट सर ए आप ही ने गलत कह दिया बिकॉज दैट स्टेटमेंट मेक सेंस. सी बॉम्बे इज ऑल्सो रॉन्ग सागर. रीजन बीइंग, चेक इट आउट फॉर बॉम्बे. पी ऑफ ए इंटरसेक्शन बी एज पर द फॉर्मूला इज पी ऑफ ए इंटरसेक्शन बी डिवाइड बाई पी ऑफ बी. Correct? So P of A over B is like this. But sir G, P of A intersection B, because they are independent, I can split to multiplication. And if I split to multiplication, then P of B cancel. So P of A remains. And that's what they are saying. P of A over B is P of A. Makes sense. Then how the statement is false? They need the false statement. If they need the false statement, Delhi is wrong because intersection is changed to multiplication. And I have told you, if A and B are independent, then A, B, A bar, B bar, everyone is independent. If everyone is independent, then A bar, B bar independent. Intersection changed to multiplication makes sense. So Kolkata is wrong. Kolkata is false because P of A union B is P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. And P of A intersection B, because they are independent, intersection is changed to multiplication. But they are not 0. Okay, they are not 0. If they are mutually exclusive, then they are 0. This is not mutually exclusive. ठीक है, चलो. हाँ सर, क्रॉस ना बनाओ, यही तो है ना नेगेशन वाला स्टेटमेंट. यही तो तकलीफ देता है